How's everybody doing? We're out here working on the 5410. About the only thing we've ever had to do to this tractor is change that starter, which is a son of a bitch, but that's another story. But when we was plowing the other day, something let go on that control. And I'm not sure what type of spider is in here. Or a gimbal. I'm not really sure what type of... It almost acts like it might have a gimbal of some sort in there. But anyway, this whole little tower here is bolted through the fender. And I don't know if you can see in the darkness there, but we got to take these 3 bolts out. I'm going to shut the camera off and do that because there's not a good way to film and watch. Once we get that done, we'll have that control. It'll lay off from the fender. And then we can get a, that's a square drive. We can get a square drive in there, and we'll take them 2 side covers apart, and we will see just what's in there. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. So these nuts are 17 millimeter. They're metric. 11/16 will fit on it loose. So anyway, put those up. Let's see here what happens now. There we go. So now we've got 4 square drives. And this up here looks like it might be a drive pin or a small Allen screw. I'm not sure. See what's on the bottom. Looks like it might be a drive pin. So I bet I probably might have to take that off. Anyway, I'll bring up some small punches and some square drives, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Now, as you can see, that crack right there, it doesn't belong there. So that's where our problem is. So pretty simple to get apart. This here is just 4 screws. They're a square or Phillips. I took them out with a Phillips. That was the easiest. This here's your lock. All you got to do is pivot it and bring it up over the handle, and 2 Phillips screws to get that out. So now we're down to getting this top off, and we've got to take these 2 bolts out. There's nuts on the back side. So I'm going to take them 2 bolts out, and I'll show you what we got. Well, I got this piece off. That right there is what's broke, as you can see. So to get this off, it's not too bad. Take them 2 bolts out, and these here are held in with a jam nut. The only thing I did have to do is I had to get a real thin wrench. So I got this old junk wrench I had, and it worked fine. So I got my piece off I needed. So we're going to go down to Hall Implement and see what we can do here. So anyway, not as bad as I thought it was going to be to get it off. Yeah, had another project come in. Probably going to start on it maybe tomorrow down in the shop. And I'll show it to you here before I put the camera down. So anyway, this is a Model T drive shaft that's supposed to go inside of this tube. That's a torque tube. And anyway, we got to cut it off to there, and we got to put this end back here in steps, just like this one. So basically we're going to shorten it, and it's got a little tiny bit of a bend right where the flat spot is. I don't know if you can see that flat spot right there, but somebody beat it. So I got to take it and I got to straighten that first before I start machining it. that's going to be tomorrow's project. But anyway, I'm going to shut you off. We're going to go to Hall Implement, and I'll let you know here what they say. So everybody, this is the new one. The bend is a little different. The lock is a little different, but they say it'll interchange. So I just screwed those up here, and they're just hand tight, these here. I'm going to bolt those 2 bolts right there on, and see if I can't start reassembling here. I don't think it'll be too awful bad, but I'll bring you back in a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Well, everybody, it's all in. The lock now, it used to be on the back side out here. Now it's in here, and it does miss, and it is still functional. You have to, it cracked it right here when I sawed it, but you have to saw a big hole here to get it on. So these skirts don't exactly fit around this new style, but it, I can pick my bucket up now. The float works. Almost. Still drags a little. It's halfway in between, but I think that's an adjustment on the bottom. It's been like that since we've owned it. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy. We're going to back this old girl in the shop. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That works the best it has in several years. I kind of wish the level was a little straighter like the original one. They folded it back so it comes right near your hand, but I'll get used to it. So anyway, that's what's in one of those controllers. If you have one snap and stop working, the worst part of it is it was $417. Pretty hard pill to swallow. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, this tractor is pretty near 20 years old. That's the first thing to break on it, other than starters. We're on our second starter. I guess you could say third, because the original one went, and that one, yeah, we're second one that we've replaced. Anyway, that's all we've ever put into this tractor, other than doing the oil changes. So it's been a good one. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Maybe it'll help somebody. Hit the like button, and don't hesitate to subscribe. We'll talk to you later.